Welcome back to Classical Grooming. Today we're going to talk about 10 controversial, or shall I say, polarizing fragrances that I love. So first one I'm going to start off with is Lapidus Porum. Now I'm going to knock this down from one that I love to one that I respect, because the mixture of the florals and the fruits and the musk and the civet really come off with a truly interesting kind of fragrance to it. The reason that I'm not the biggest fan, as I stated in a previous review, is that there tends to be a spot where it smells spoiled to me, to my nose. The pineapple and the musk get together and it doesn't work out quite for me, but I still respect it for the bold fragrance that it is. Some people love it, some people do not. That's number 10 on my list. Number 9 is Bain de Caron. This fragrance is really interesting. It's got a lot of different florals and vanilla mixture. Really old school. This can be unisex. It's got some of the florals which really harken back to the 30s. Kind of, some people liken it to a grandma smell, but if grandma smelled this way, grandma smelled good in my point of view. Some people hate it. I'm actually shocked that this one is controversial. This is Aramis by Aramis. It's got musk, sandalwood, florals, leather. As far as I'm concerned, great. But again, some people are really put off with the old school nature of this particular fragrance. I don't understand why. I love it, but to each his own. Next is Gray Flannel. Gray Flannel is a florals and musk, but some of the florals, I think there's some violet leaf in there, which gives it a little bit of a bite to it. You can think of this as being a very strong potpourri sort of scent on a musk base. And again, I think it's incredible. A lot of people just can't put up with the strong burst of that violet and other floral mixtures up front. Dior's Fahrenheit. Again, this one has more violet in it, to the point that people liken it that it smells like gasoline. I've been around enough gasoline to say no, but I can see it has that feel in the nose that kind of prickles like gasoline does, and so that's why it has a petrol or gasoline smell. Still wonderful florals, leather, and musk. Number 5 is Caron's Yatagan. Now, I have a sample here, but I've been using this and looking forward to buying an actual bottle as it comes up. This one is very masculine, very green. It has a sort of a celery seed note into it that can be off-putting to some people, but again, to my nose it smells very fresh and very bold. Number 6 is Hoyt's Cologne. Hoyt's Cologne is very citrusy, with some florals and musk in there. Honestly, it's very hard to describe. If you like neroli, you're probably going to like Hoyt's Cologne, because it's got the neroli and bergamot plus some other things which I honestly can't identify. It's really old school. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. It doesn't last very long. Only projects for about an hour, stays in your skin for maybe 3 if you're lucky. But it's an incredible experience and great for just something if you want to tool around town for a while. I guess this would be number 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyhow, I may have miscounted, but whatever. Kouros. If you don't have Kouros on your list, if you've never tried Kouros, take it for a spin. Florals, sweetness, honey, musk, civet. It's a wonderful mixture that kind of slaps you on the face gently and says, here I am. A lot of people don't like it because it's got that sort of skanky civet undertone, and I imagine there are a number of women which are going to be turned off by this, but not the good ones. Furyo by Jacques Bogart. This one is great. Does it have the quality of Kouros? No, but it has the feeling and the flavor of it. You're talking about florals and skanky musk, and you think, that doesn't sound good at all, but it is. Again, a lot of people aren't going to like this one, and if you're one of them, that's okay. For me, I enjoy it quite a bit. And that brings us to number 1. Kellen from Sense of South Jersey's absolute favorite Zino. I say that in jest, of course. If you know anything about him, he hates this. But we're talking about florals with vanilla and underneath a dirty, dirty patchouli. He likens it to dead flowers. I liken it to a very sweet, very sensual, again, potpourri sort of smell. Not quite like gray flannel, but kind of dark and mysterious, and an easy reach for me. So that's my 10 most controversial, most polarizing fragrances that I enjoy. If you have something that you love that other people just can't stand, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. And thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoy classical grooming items or reviews of modern items through a classical lens, please subscribe.